Hello, everybody. Welcome to the semifinals of the Dominion Online 2025 Championship. We have Abesyo and Minionpawn facing off. On the other side of the bracket, we have Johns facing off against VR Smith. So, abesyo I'm not as familiar with, but the rest of those players some of them I've known of as a player for going on 15 years at this point in jaunts, so that's cool to see. We've got for this, what's our hasty card? Throne Room. So not obviously hasty on anything is powerful, but Throne Room not. You have to kind of look for your opportunities there if you're towards the bottom of a shuffle or you know something useful is coming up there, but you can't open with it. Other than that, we're a little game limited. We just have Berserker, which doesn't do anything too exciting with Highway. Doesn't do anything exciting at all with Highway. Unlike a lot of workshops. But beyond that, you can trash and have a cantrippy deck.
Hello, do I have my audio working here?
All right, perfect. Xyrix is here. Now,
yes.
Now the broadcast has gotten at least 150% better.
I'm very flattered.
I think, and you know, fortunately, you're the last person I did this with, so I think the levels are looking okay at this point.
Great,
so that's good.
Great.
They've got a kingdom where you can't do a whole lot, but.
Well, yeah, it's a little bit binny for sure.
I guess if they get through the saunas, the consistency will be a little better because they'll at least have some real draw.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can get Finn, and then it's pretty easy to have access to Avantos eventually. Yeah.
You can, but your only extra points are tunnel gains, which is could easily be the difference here.
Yeah, no, I definitely expect to see some tunnels gained for sure. Maybe not tunnels discarded with pursue, but I mean, you could do some village green pursue stuff potentially. Yeah, definitely an interesting kingdom for deciding the point at which to green at some point.
I don't know if. Okay, so abesyo. I don't know if abesyo has an action down here to. It does get a throne room, so I'm gonna assume that there's a target. Sauna, I suppose. I wonder if they'll pursue here just to make sure it hits.
Yeah, I'm guessing that the cycling is pretty good in any case.
You lose your silver. Sad, but. Holding on to this flag for quite a while. Minionpawn will be able to attack next turn. Thanks to the lighthouse in play. You have to assume Minionpawn's just going to go ahead and hit the Berserker next turn.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else really competing, I don't think.
But it definitely.
The flag stuff. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying that there's some consideration to trying to skip lighthouse and just defend with village green, but the flag stuff makes that less appealing.
Right. Yeah. It's not a huge. I guess the harder thing with the lighthouses is just getting to the point where you are playing one each turn. Getting two of them isn't necessarily that hard of a cost here.
Mm-hmm.
Or the opportunity cost isn't that high just because the other stuff is not really too exciting either.
Yeah, they're just getting in the way of other things that you might prefer to be doing. I'm a little surprised to see no hideout gained yet.
I guess they're just trusting the saunas, but that can be a stretch here.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, just look at the trash. We can see it's not doing a whole lot. And if you're under attack, like abesyo is going to play the sauna, will it draw a card that may not play it actually, I guess?
Yeah, it's an interesting question.
I'm actually I'm really surprised they didn't throne this sauna. But if this is what your plan is for the turn, then they do draw Copper Luck out into that. Wasn't that lucky, but a little lucky. I guess most of the throne room was the only really bad draw. Most everything else would cantrip onto a copper or an estate eventually.
Yeah, I think in their position, I would have liked to use the Berserker to put another silver into the shuffle and then trigger it, assuming that there's another sauna in here.
So right now, abesyo is sitting there with the flag, but no lighthouse, so it's not so meaningful. This is sad for Minionpawn, though. You get to throne your throne and do nothing forever.
Yeah, that's a lot of options to play an action card from your hand twice.
Yeah, that was kind of an interesting. I'd have to. Minionpawn played that turn pretty quick, so you'd have to go back and look at it. But the idea that you wouldn't maybe want to pursue when you have two throne rooms set aside. You did have all this. You did have all this other stuff down in there, so it wasn't like they were pretty unlucky. But
yeah. And I mean, instead they bought a flag bearer, which does give you more search space.
It almost, to me, looks like the throne rooms were maybe hit a little too hard. But that's partly just judging the total whiff on the last turn from Minionpawn. But like,
yeah, no,
they don't really have as many actions as they have throne rooms. I mean, they do just barely, but
no, I agree. It definitely. I mean, abesyo also got some, throne room whiffs on their last turn. So, I mean, I understand that you do kind of want to just, use the hasty thing for the acceleration while it's available, but in the long run, the throne rooms aren't super important.
no, you're not starved for actions or anything.
Yeah, and they don't really provide draw very well.
Yeah, I agree with the thing you said earlier, which is just the hideout this long before a hideout gain seems quite odd. I mean, it can be a little rough with Berserker anyway.
Yeah, that's true, but it is still,
You have to
you know,
you have
a
to
cantrip fracture.
start making that progress towards a
Hmm.
clean deck anyway. If you're playing against Berserker, you have to get rid of those coppers.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm definitely surprised to not see Sana plus Avanto taken
Yeah,
there by Minionpawn.
yeah. I wonder if there was a just didn't think about the cost reduction. I don't know.
Yeah.
I agree. I think you can be the first mover because the Avantas are just one buy at a time. But if you can be the first mover on that, that's pretty useful.
Yeah, exactly. You're just securing yourself a good split if you want it.
Or at least the chance for it.
Yeah.
But we'll have that opportunity again here. So again, if you had already have two Sana or two Sanas, but one more Sana and two more Avantas into this next shuffle, that would have been very exciting.
For sure, yeah.
So I guess they pursued, so it would all be a little different, to be fair.
Hmm.
Okay. So this is maybe I don't know what you keep here.
Mm.
Just hideout lighthouse copper. You could. It's not like you're gonna
I was
toss the lighthouse and keep throwing hideout. I mean, that's you could
I kind
you
of want to toss the lighthouse and keep throwing hideout. I mean, Minionpawn is 3 estates. Like, I want to,
you could try it, but
I mean, there's a lot of things in your deck that you don't like. You aren't super sad about trashing if you have to.
no. I think for sure I would have played it this way. Whether that's right, I'm not sure, but I definitely would have not. Upside doesn't seem. I mean, if you get to that Avanta, if you draw another cruddy card and then the Avanta, then it's huge. But
Hmm.
so we're gonna get an Avanto bind now, I assume, from abesyo.
Hmm.
I don't know. Do you know how to say the name?
No,
Do
I've
we have
never.
do we have
Uh,
any canonical authorities on that?
I mean, I think I definitely remember it. It's come up in discussion, and some Finnish people have said how it's supposed to be pronounced, but that does
Oh,
not mean I
sorry.
remember
Sorry.
what
I
the
didn't. I
answer
didn't
was.
mean Sana Avanto. I meant the player abesyo, the player.
Oh, yeah, yeah. No, I don't know. Yeah.
I don't care what Avanto is called. No. I love Sana Avanto. I think it's a awesome pile.
It is interesting for sure. I don't know if I would go so far to say that I love it, but
I
it
love
does
almost
add something to the
yeah,
texture of
yeah.
Dominion.
I love almost every split pile. I love the
Yeah,
idea
split
that
piles are just good. Yeah.
I love the idea of split piles a lot. Some of them don't quite work, but
Yeah. Yeah.
okay. So they've reached this point where they've done nothing, but all the piles are mostly gone. Not mostly gone. But I guess that the nice thing is
Mm.
you reach a point where there's piles. The other low pile is to take. It takes buys to empty, so it probably won't empty that easily. But if you're minion pawn and you're ahead by 3 points,
Yeah, those 3 points look pretty nice right now.
the tunnel, I guess the tunnel, you can't be too crazy. The tunnel stuff can be a little scary, but
yeah. But I mean, Minionpawn is, you know, has some pile pressure for sure.
mm-hmm.
Like if they take Avanto here, then I mean, obviously, abesyo has a hard time taking another Avanto, so
Yeah.
they're potentially stuck at 1 Avanto.
Yeah, for sure. I guess they're just thinking about the pursue, because surely the buy is Avanto.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's down there, but
Just no pursue, which I have no idea what the shuffle or any of it looked like. There was a village, I mean, there was a village green in the discard, so I would have thought you triggered, but I had no idea what the quantity was.
mm-hmm.
I think to answer JAH, I think we were like in the hideout probably a little more, but a second silver could have totally been reasonable at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you want the second silver if you're doing the Sauna stuff.
It's just the hard thing. I think the hideout is a little easier to just get. I mean, obviously it's simpler than Sauna for trashing, but the Berserker and pairing up the Sauna silver makes it a little harder too, or to pair it and to have, you know, targets.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think I would have opened probably hideout silver instead of Sauna here, but I don't really like opening just Sauna silver or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Going down to 1VP, there's I do think you gotta think about trashing that last one.
Yeah, definitely.
Even if you have an opportunity to do it.
One is still a lot more than 0, but yeah, it does open some things up.
Yeah.
But also the question is, what's the buy here? Or are we going to buy Duchy or something?
I kind of like that. I actually kind of like that without the Berserker. I guess they hadn't, because they were. I kind of think I like that better if you do that buy without the Berserker gain on that, and just take the flag.
Yeah. I could see the arguments both ways.
It probably will be fine. Yeah, Minionpawn is in a good spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm pretty surprised that abesyo took flag bearer there instead of tunnel.
Yeah, I guess you just are kind of hoping. I guess you play to a dud. I don't know. I mean, if Minionpawn draws, they'll have enough thrown Berserkers to get 6 cards. I guess you would needed. I guess you would have needed 7 cards. I mean, you would have enough for that too, probably. But
yeah. I mean, you still lose to perfect draw, but you aren't making any progress on getting to a position where the game is favorable for you either.
okay. At the start of that game, I sort of thought Minionpawn was behind, but long grindy one with Berserker, so there was plenty of time to have things change. That was one win. Not too demoralizing if you're abesyo. Flag bearer cage match.
Apparently.
We've swapped Guardian for Lighthouse. Everything else is exactly the same now. Got a little buy this time. Classic.
Some,
Go ahead.
oh yeah, you just have some smugglers, flag bearer stuff potentially.
Mm-hmm. Got the classic smithy ox. You just buy as many smithies as you want.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Everything's here. Nothing insane, but everything is here.
Yeah. The opening is slightly interesting. I mean, 4-3 looked kind of bad. 3-4, I would probably open with an old witch. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Guess if you suspect your opponent has a 3, or you could, if the 4-3, you could open flag bearer. And then they
That's true.
then they have to choose whether they want you to draw 3 more cards over the few turns or what, you know.
Yeah. It does seem like a reasonable gambit. I mean, it's just so hard as player one in that situation to know. You know, you have to make some sort of probabilistic decision.
Yeah. It does cover your down, or maybe what you might consider your worst case a little bit, but
Yeah, well, I mean, the worst case is you buy flag bearer turn 1, and then your opponent buys flag bearer turn 2, and
yeah.
you miss
right.
5 for some amount of time.
Yeah. I guess I meant, yeah, it may not actually. Or did somebody meant, oh my.
Yeah, I do not enjoy a mint here, but
Minionpawn had the big mint, but not anything to play it with yet, so.
yeah.
This is looking like it's going to be rough for abesyo on the deck control situation.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm wrong. Gets the flag bearer right off. Got 2 guardians here. That's not going to. I was going to say Minionpawn may mint here since they have the dollar from junk dealer to get beyond whatever a little bit.
Yeah, the mint looks a lot better already having the junk dealer.
abesyo is going to get. I guess you could take flag bearer just now. But I wonder if you're supposed to get like a smugglers or something. I don't think you want a silver.
I think I would take the flag bearer here just because your opponent is struggling with deck control and, well, yeah, basically just that.
Yeah. Does get to trash a curse. Doesn't block, but basically blocks. I guess in these tournaments, I like to see a little more turns played out. I think it was not unreasonable. I think you just.
No, that was definitely reasonable.
I think you just give give it. I guess sometimes I think. I mean, I've done both things a lot during my. I always think when it's really bad, the turns probably aren't taking too long anyway, so you could like you could play a couple more of them.
Yeah, you could, but
And see
I mean, it's a
see if
personal
it
decision,
develops.
obviously. There's just a lot of like the build from that point is very non-trivial, I think. So it would take some significant amount of mental effort to try
True.
and pay it competitively.
Put an A in my scoreboard, but that's not what happened. Okay, so Minionpawn is now up 2-0. Trying to punch a quick ticket into the finals. We've got Kitsune with Good Harvest. Good Harvest can be. Good Harvest is not my favorite, actually. It makes it makes the treasures too good. They're just too good. It makes the cruddy treasures too good.
I like a little boost to my copper. I don't know.
Yeah. My problem is sometimes I'm playing hard AI, right? You know, as I do, and suddenly a deck with a couple golds, a couple silvers, and a few coppers buys province every single turn for sure, forever. And if I'm not paying attention, then I lose. But anyway, we have 2 Overlord openings. Seems right. Somebody, some Maharath says somebody missed an Overlord somehow with the death card option.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. You don't need the Necropolis for anything.
What point do you try a count play versus Kitsune?
It's a good question. I mean,
just a Spice Merchant, interesting. Could do both. That gets you another trash.
mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, if you know you're going to draw the Overlord, that looks like an awesome play.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's free, basically. Free crash copper.
But if you don't draw the Overlord, it could be really bad.
Yeah.
Saving the Necropolis may get you a death cart play.
Mm-hmm.
But just not going for that. Taking the. Okay, so we're getting a little, maybe a double curse in here.
That looks good, yeah.
Wait, I was gonna say surely not a minion. That does look very good. This is kind of unfortunately one of those boards where buying the Overlord again is probably correct forever. Maybe not for.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
maybe
I
not for.
don't know if it was correct in that spot for Minionpawn, but
You could. I mean, it might be another curse the next shuffle, which, like, it might be 3 curses this turn.
sure. I mean, it could be an extra curse, but it's also just, you know, it is good to get out of the debt trap and start buying minions.
Yeah.
This one looks fairly lopsided in Minionpawn's favor again.
Mm-hmm. This isn't the worst count ever, but I guess you probably just minion again. Interesting. If you do get to the another one, then it's a good count. Yeah, that's the kind of the mountain folk.
Yeah.
Is it worth picking up an underling so that 4 turns from now you can? That's
I mean, what else are you gonna do? I guess buy nothing.
Well, yeah. I mean, of course you would buy it if you. I meant, but the way they did it, they took the underling and the overlord, so it was
Sure.
a little different / weird.
I mean, it's not like it's crazy to try and play some overlords as underling with the goal of getting a better count trash.
No, it's not. I mean, I'm not probably doing either of them very soon. I guess Tea House would have been a pretty decent at some point. I think you really do want to get rid of this Necropolis though with the Death Cart play. They haven't really been. I guess there hasn't been a super great opportunity for it, but I would be looking for it. Well, I know there was that first one. I meant like one where they can they draw it in the opening hand, but they can come back around to it. Because they had the Necropolis in the opening hand at time. But it was in spots where they for sure going to want to cycle. No idea, sure.
What do we have here?
Okay, so Minionpawn on to match point.
None of the Ryans have. Yeah, I wouldn't say that Resign was aggressive at all. I mean, but anyways, I have a different opinion about this than many people for sure.
no one's under any no one is surprised that you don't think the resigns are unreasonable. I think sure maybe on the further end than me, but I don't. Yeah, I kind of feel like those were playable at that last one, even if it's tough. But okay, no gains again.
Yeah, no gains.
It does make
well, I mean, lots of gains, but mostly not really interesting ones.
Fake gains.
Mm-hmm.
This is a you could play rebuild here.
You could definitely play rebuild. Yeah, I mean, you want to play with T-Mog anyways, but maybe it's fine. I mean, the you want to play like the sirens and stuff, which is sort of contradictory to rebuild in certain ways.
It's true. You may get far enough into it and just be like, well, I can buy provinces.
Yeah, I think I would rather just play like basically money with sirens. I assume this is an undo. Okay, now they want to delay it.
That's weird.
yeah, I don't really understand what it accomplishes, but it's also it's not like there's a problem with it either.
True. Just showing off their rules knowledge.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, you get to click on delay. Delay is one of my favorite Dominion arts for sure.
You get plus action that he could never use.
Yeah, yeah.
Delay aren't those darn sheep. Just getting in the way.
It's such a nice pose of frustration.
Not sure normal arms go like that, quite that far out, but practicing it as we speak.
I think you could do it. It's a little bit of restraint, but
I mean, if the sheep make you that frustrated, sometimes that's just what it looks like. I've never looked at the delay art until this very moment. I mean,
it is one of these sort of generic brown arts for sure.
I don't think I've
details.
ever looked at Shy 2. I almost, I mean, except for the ones that have been around a long time, I haven't seen the big ones. I don't right click a whole lot, or I don't look at the art when I right click anyway.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, every Dominion card
it's
just a splash of whatever color it has. That's the only thing I know about any of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Shy is definitely. I don't know if I've really appreciated the details in it either. Like, what is the ooze that the tree is covered in?
Why is she being shy in a horrible haunted forest?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if that's like the emotion that art conjures for me exactly.
Does everybody have 2 sirens now?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
If you can't buy anything, sure, it doesn't. It's strictly upside to delay the T-Mog. Now, in this game, it will just not matter, but it is, you want to be in good practices. If you're not going to buy something, then it's just better. Trivially and not unimportantly. We got here.
Maybe a nice gold.
Maybe. I was kind of thinking that. I was scanning around.
Yeah, I mean the treasury is like decent, but
Yeah. I mean, you could try long ships, I guess. It'll let you play some things more often. So not immediately, I guess.
yeah, I'm definitely not convinced by the long ship.
Yeah, it's not a fast thing at all.
Yeah, it's just very bad if you're not using the plus action, I think. The captain is sort of weird, but I guess they just want to be able to play cool and occasionally T-Mog. for procession on T-log, I mean.
I guess if you get to play Captain, Procession, Team Log, and then draw on Siren, that's a pretty good thing.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, you know, the Fool is very nice with Siren for sure, or the Lost in the Woods is.
Yeah, there's a lot of boons that are good for it in the Lost in the Woods. Yeah, all the Fools just died. Nobody ever played a Fool. Or Fool. Now that's
This is the lowest I've seen the Fool pile in a while, for sure.
That's some card art.
Yeah. No, Fool is a good one.
He doesn't really look like a Fool though. He just looks like he's got it figured out, actually.
Yeah.
But I do like how he looks. So like they're the.
I never noticed that there's sort of like a cityscape in the top right corner there.
Mm-hmm. Or pile of rocks.
Yeah, possibly.
Or crooked Stonehenge.
There's a lot of options, I guess.
It's literally just insane looking tilted shapes.
It's got some serious, you know, purple smoke going on there above it.
True. They do have a bit of a smog problem over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't done anything. Maybe they will do something. I mean, they've given curses out. That's pretty good.
Yeah, definitely.
I just think,
really...
I just think you're sitting there with your lucky coin and you're thinking, boy, I'm going to be able to buy a lot of 5s this game. At the start, you know. Mm-hmm. That's kind of where I was coming from.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I was just going to be able to buy like some golds and provinces and that sort of thing. I mean,
well, you could have, but you bought a captain instead. Not you, but you know.
Yeah. Someone did.
Somebody did. 2 people did.
2 people did, yeah.
Do you think it's kind of easy to forget, like on a low powered board with Transmogrify, having provinces in your deck is like, and a points lead is like really powerful.
Yeah, for sure.
You can play this captain as a Fool, I guess. The Fool has an okay shot of getting you to, oh no. Okay, that's not, well, not sure about all this. This for sure feels to me like a spinning of the wheels.
Mm-hmm.
You had to call your T-Mog to get a T-Mog to play your captain as procession to do a thing, to get 1 treasury. Which is it's a better treasury than normal, but still a treasury. And you trash your lucky coin, and I don't think lucky coin is a bad card to have in your deck. I mean, you cost a lucky coin play as well, so right, you -1 silver. I don't like it.
No.
What I wanted to see was just captain played as Fool and see if you get one of the $1 or a thing that gave you $1 and buy a province.
Yeah, it sounds great. I mean, and you get the Lost in the Woods. I mean, sure.
That's what I wanted to see. Oh yeah, I mean this is you have this hand and you have a Lost in the Woods. You're thinking I'm gonna get Flames Gift for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you still have the captain play. You can still play the fool and get lost in the
That's
woods
true.
before you resolve the siren.
Oh, that's nice. That might be the greatest fool play of all time. BRB.
Yeah, if you,
When are we gonna have a discussion of BRB ethics?
I
Hopefully,
mean,
hopefully it was a doorbell ring or an important, very, very important phone call. Oh
yeah,
man,
I
now
would like to give people the benefit of the doubt that
let's
you're
not
not just BRBing in the middle of this particular game in
let's
order to
let's
go
not
have a snack.
let's not give anybody the benefit of the doubt though. Sometimes I BRB in the middle of my opponent's long turns, but I'm trying to be efficient. Sometimes that doesn't work out though because they need an undo or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or I forget that militia is in the game.
Yeah, exactly. Or advisor always gets me if I think I can step away for a minute.
then I'm just being a jerk. Usually it's the undo thing. But
Mm-hmm. I mean, the most polite time to BRB is after you have rolled the new kingdom and pressed start game. I mean, we can agree on everyone can agree on that. I think.
I don't like to sit there and look at the kingdom.
Hmm. All right. I mean, to each their own.
I think the best time to BRB is to never BRB, but if they can do it during my turn without telling me, that's the best.
That's true. I mean, the silent BRB is a good one.
That's my preferred. But if I had to choose the next level, I would choose what Salt Rosa is describing, where we're just sitting at an in-game screen or whatever.
Hmm. I mean, for me personally, I find that slightly annoying because I would much rather have the extra time to look at the kingdom.
I'm gonna miss something on the kingdom no matter what, and I'm just gonna feel dumber if I've had it in front of me for 3 minutes before I miss the thing. So
Yeah, that's fair.
it's just downsides for me, but I think it's stressful too that to be stuck. I mean, it's already stressful. Like I'm not that fast either, so it's whatever. But like it's already stressful to sit there and wait. That's just like another form of that, where you can think about stuff but not do anything. But I don't actually. None of this matters too much. But just to be clear, in case anyone can't thinks I'm upset about it. Oh my gosh, the game's over.
Yeah.
I wasn't watching the piles at all. What did they
The
empty?
piles were low.
The treasuries?
Yeah, all that processing of transmogs.
No,
God,
there is one neat trick to make your opponent not be able to do that, and that's to have 18 points.
yeah, or like 6 points. 6 points would have been pretty good.
Yeah.
What do we have here?
Sometimes we go too far avoiding the green.
Yeah.
It was a lucky coin game with junking. Like what?
Yeah, exactly. And I mean the whole thing, I mean you spend, like the processing T-Mogs thing, I mean you're spending 2 cards to get a pretty low impact 5. I mean,
there was no engine. I'm putting J Nails isn't in my league. I'm putting him on block for that. I won't have to read him anymore. He can come back later.
I will say that I appreciate
Oh
their
wait, does that
dedication to
right?
planning
And that
tournament. Yeah.
I was about to. That doesn't take him out of spectating. He's not. I'm not playing, so I know it. That would have been bad. I wouldn't have wanted to do that.
Mm.
But I'm fine with taking the bit far enough to not see the messages. Oh man. Okay, what do we have here?
Yeah, I was considering. I mean, the this, I would definitely think about the banquet opening here. The quartermaster looks nice.
Quartermaster. What a card.
Indeed, that is certainly a Dominion card.
It's not a very good populate.
No.
Pretty low powered again.
Yeah, there's not a lot of stuff to do.
Your quartermasters event gain ropes until they gain silvers. Until they gain estates.
Yeah, I mean, Conspirator. I think Conspirator looks fairly nice here, and so does gaining Cage off Quartermaster eventually.
Yeah, Cage okay. I don't know about quarter or conspirator though. That seems a little tough to me. I mean, not that you couldn't make it work, but I guess if you get clean enough, then it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's the thinning is strong for sure.
Yeah, you're right. With gold, and you're playing it with Artificer Gold Mine, so you've got buys for the money that Conspirator makes.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. This is really nice sequence for Minionpawn. Wow.
Yeah,
That's like the perfect time to bottom deck your remake too.
yeah, for sure.
Wow.
I don't know
What
if I'm into the remakes. Speaking of remake, I think I might have preferred like rope plus cage.
Artificer? I don't like that.
Yeah,
I think you just buy the quartermaster.
I would have bought the quartermaster for sure. I think the nicest thing I can say about silver is that you can remake it into conspirator.
The problem with the artificer is now you don't hit 5 for like. I mean, probably next turn you do, but
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's not really a problem with artificer. That's a problem with playing the remake again. Since you could just have gotten a 5 if you wanted it.
Yeah, you could have just discarded 5 to artificer.
Okay, this is pretty good. I'm still not. Maybe it's okay. I'm not 100% convinced that you need to trash on all of these turns.
I might remake like rope into a 5 and buy
Yeah.
conspirator here.
Yeah, that looks pretty good actually. Do you take a displace now? Or do you still get the quartermaster?
Kind of late for quartermaster, but also I guess the displace is okay.
It is kind of late for quartermaster, but nobody has one yet, so it's
Yeah,
like you're still in it.
you're winning the quartermaster race for sure.
Yeah. Rope to scepter quartermaster. I guess, but like, couldn't you just buy another quartermaster? Well, okay, I know there's like
I mean,
I know there's a trick, but you have to. I mean, I guess if you're guaranteed to line it up, it's not strictly better because you're playing it one turn later too.
yeah, I mean, it's better to have it in play, but yeah, it's slower to get going.
But it is. I understand that it's better if you do it.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much spending resources on quartermaster is going to play out, or is going to pay out, but definitely could be good still. I don't like not getting a 5 at all here, for sure.
Okay. Why?
Hmm.
You're just using them as peddlers right now.
Yeah,
Dislike.
I mean, you're really never going to use them for anything else.
Right. And so that's only good when you have conspirators. Or when
Hmm.
it's like enabling conspirators. Yeah, that was a bit of a weird one.
Yeah.
I think Minionpawn is maybe still ahead, but
I mean, I think so. Having the two artificers is, I mean, you know, abesyo is going to have to get some artificers in order to try and do conspirator related activities.
I'm just staring down these quartermasters, thinking
Yeah.
by now you maybe could have had a full master, and that's a lot. I guess a good way to do that joke is just say master. I don't know. It's been made many times. Going straight for the gold. This time Minionpawn's gonna get provinces.
It
You know
appears so.
you know what the gold actually indicates? It's
Populate.
populate. That's right.
I mean, yeah, I mean the populate looks pretty bad. I'm not gonna
I
uh,
agree. I agree, but
try
that's
and
what
try,
the
try and try and try and
we're
justify it.
gonna we're gonna see if this place gets a province or if it we didn't get we did not get a quartermaster ever. I think you could have gained about 1 billion cards with a quartermaster by now.
Yeah. I mean, the thing about populate is that clicking the populate button is like one of the best feelings
Yeah,
while playing Dominion.
for sure. It's just the most fun, one of the most fun things you can do. No argument there.
A
Well,
little awkward for
no.
Minionpawn because if you take the province here, which is what it looks like is going to happen, then you pop the Cade, and now you don't really have a good way to get rid of the junk with the ropes both
That
having been played last turn.
yeah, that's true. Okay, so that's not what's happening. getting things ready. You know, that was probably pretty good.
Yeah, you're pretty far ahead.
7 is not a very good, useful number to have, though.
Mm-hmm. It's not like the second gold would be that bad here.
Unless you're gonna banquet.
Double banquet.
Well, I was more thinking like conspirator banquet, but I think it would be pretty. Someone can go out and do it. I think you take Minionpawn's turn from whenever he first hit $5 and see what you can do with it. I bet you can do some pretty wild things. Maybe not wild.
Yeah, wild. I mean, I don't think it's really possible to do wild things on this board, but
yeah, there's no draws. But still, I don't know. Minionpawn definitely in a good spot. It is a little bit of draw. What do we get? Gold. Oh, buys a silver row.
very committed to not having a conspirator dead.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say sure. I think you probably would use conspirator for that, but I mean, it would be very similar. I don't know how much. I don't know how wild it is, but it's a nice interaction. Minionpawn did it here for the rope. And a second BRB.
Yeah, the double BRB.
This hasn't been long enough. This is like when you're on a road trip, you know. Somebody's always got to stop like 45 minutes out. What are we even doing?
Yeah, they're not being very friendly and telling us what they're doing, like, BRB, making tea or whatever.
I think banquet's pretty fine here.
Yeah. I mean, abesyo is gonna draw again probably, so like, why not?
Minionpawn needs to find the way to finish this. They put those silvers back in the deck, which was bad because now they're not gonna find their displace. Maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they make it squeezed a little bit. I mean, they don't really have. I mean, obviously you can't finish anything. You can start scoring, but it's not clear to me that that wins from this position.
It's not a bad time to do your cage blow up, though.
Yeah. Excuse me.
I guess you could do you could do province cage.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Got to be a little better than silver.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it really is. You sort of want to not cage things because you have the displace, so you want to be, displacing your province instead of caging it.
The populate guy looks like he's not really helping that woman so much as just dragging her out of the boat.
He's probably not very happy to be there.
True. What did we get? We got province silver. Not a fan of having 3 silvers in this deck. Don't think that's... Slapping the boat. I wish he was doing that. Now Abesyo has $11. It's like they have this, but Abesyo has 2 conspirators. I don't know what, I don't know what Minionpawn envisions for the deck. That's what I'm curious about. I always want to know what the vision is.
Yeah, I guess the vision is just like you have a deck with some money in it and some ability to displace province into more money.
I mean, I do like the displace a lot.
Yeah, for sure. All right, and we do get a populate.
It's exciting. And now you have to remake all the terrible actions you got.
Yeah, I don't think that they're going to win, but I am excited.
Gold mine crazy. I don't think gold mine is crazy for. I think both parts of gold mine could be used here for sure. Just double displace. Just displace the gold into province. Displace the province into gold. Buy a province. Just be on your way.
I would probably displace the estate instead of the gold, but
What's gonna happen is they're gonna displace the estate for rope, do the scepter artifice or draw rope thing, but it's just plain a rope.
I don't know. I think it's too good to displace the province.
I just want to have a deck with 3 provinces and, or not 3 provinces rather. Yeah. 3 provinces, 2 golds,
Mm.
and just let's get it done. You're gonna be just as good as your opponent at gaining provinces and duchies. Only you're gonna have 3 of the provinces already.
Yeah. No, this populate thing takes way too long to get rid of all the crap.
Okay, is this any different from what I said? Or is it just another way of doing what I said?
I think it lines up to the same place. I don't see a difference. Well, no, there's a difference in that you would have had more money in your line, but if you don't really have anything good to spend the money on.
Right. You would have had like $2 extra, but you maybe wouldn't have bought anything.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think what's in the deck is the same. This is great too. You buy province, get a gold. You know, you could province displace gold into province and then displace province into the gold. Next turn next turn you are for sure hitting just a buy province.
Mm-hmm.
So then you're up to 5 of them.
It's not 100% guaranteed, but it's pretty likely.
What can you stop on? There's an estate.
Estate, rope, bunch of silvers.
6 cards.
I mean, you can draw 3 silvers, a rope, and an estate. Oh, I guess you have the rope coming
That's what
in.
I,
Yeah, okay.
and 6 cards.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
The only thing you might think about as Minionpawn is province duchy. If you're somehow terrified your opponent's gonna go completely crazy on points somehow.
Yeah, I mean, they could maybe double, which doesn't do anything. Double plus something. I don't know. I don't think there's anything you could even plausibly be afraid of.
There's no 6s in abesyo. Well, now there is, but there were no 6s in abesyo's deck to worry about the displace threat on provinces.
Yeah, they don't have a scepter, so they can only displace one thing.
Mm-hmm. So then what? This turn is fine, but the next turn is complete garbage. It's like got 2 duchies in it and
Mm-hmm.
sorry everybody. Or whatever that noise was. It wasn't static, it was my nose. I think. I guess I don't know what you're hearing. Oh, well, that was probably my nose. Okay, it's looking real good for Minionpawn to move on to the finals.
Indeed. There we go.
I'm taking credit because Minionpawn played in all those quarantine cups. No, I should. The really, really nicely played. Very, very quick match, which we can all always appreciate. Congratulations.
I would like a little more drama, but you know.
That's okay. That's true. That's a good point. So congrats to Minionpawn, and congratulations to abesyo on making it this far, and good luck to both of them in their respective matches, because they both will have to play with a little more money on the line to see what prizes they end up with. But thanks everybody for watching. Thanks Xyrix for talking.
Anytime.
And we'll catch you all for the next one. The other semifinals is going to be played this Sunday. There's information on the Discord, so try and watch that if you can. Take care, everybody.
See you.